Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video, I'm going to be commentating over my Thundurus Duo. So this was a rather interesting raid challenge because we couldn't exactly do a unique 12, it just wasn't going to work based on the Pokemon that we had, and just the overall duo itself, given that we didn't have the partly cloudy weather boost, and it had Astonish and Thunder as the moveset. So the Pokemon that we ran would fit a unique 10. We did have two of the same Pokemon in our lineups, which we kind of needed to actually take this down, and then still use some of these more unique Pokemon. So for Michael's setup, he had Rampardos, Rhyperior, Mamoswine, Mewtwo, Rayquaza, and Weavile. And then for my setup, I had Mamoswine, Mewtwo, Tyranitar, Glaceon, Garchomp, and Golem. So a little bit more on the unique side for my Pokemon, but again, that was only possible because Michael actually had a maxed out Rampardos and a maxed out Rhyperior. Again, it kind of offsets each other in the sense where it's like Garchomp and Golem had a win time of about 650, which is 50 seconds over what you need to actually get the duo done, but Rampardos and Rhyperior had like, I think 400, maybe 500 seconds for their win time, so it was definitely doable in that regard. And then I believe Rayquaza was also very similar in the sense that it was about 630 seconds for the win time, so yeah, there was a lot of preparation that kind of went into this, and we definitely spent a good 20 minutes kind of figuring it out before we actually went for the duo, but I don't want to talk too much before we actually get started with the battle here, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So as always, guys, we're going to be starting off here with the empty lobby trick. If you guys don't know how to use the empty lobby trick and you are getting yourselves into raid challenges, I will leave a link to that tutorial video in the top right corner right now. Definitely worth checking out. Alright, so we're starting off here with Rampardos and Mamoswine. Mamoswine is a tank, Rampardos is extremely glassy, and you guys will see this here in a second because Michael doesn't dodge the first one, and boom, it just gets completely knocked out, or at least almost knocked out, right? Mamoswine actually tanked that Thunder pretty well. Now, Rhyperior is very similar as well. It's going to tank the Thunder extremely well. And again, this was a huge factor in kind of figuring out our lineups in order to even do a unique 10. Didn't think it was going to be that possible, but we actually made it happen, and I'm pretty proud about that. My Mamoswine is about to go down right now. Michael's Rhyperior is tanking pretty well. Again, you know, these Pokemon and their tankiness is so important to actually do these unique challenges because for the more glassy Pokemon, they kind of even each other out. So now I'm going in with my Mewtwo right now, and I know that Confusion and Psystrike would have been the better moveset. I actually have Psycho Cut and Psystrike, but it was only like a 6-second difference. And I wasn't really going to TM my Mewtwo just to get a Confusion. I honestly prefer to have it with a Psycho Cut. It does make it a little bit easier to dodge, but clearly dodging wasn't the move there. I did want to kind of tank as many Thunders as possible to get more charges up, or sorry, more energy gain, I should say. But now we're going in with Mamoswine and Tyranitar. So once again, guys, Tyranitar and Mamoswine both doing work. They're tanking those Thunders really, really well, getting those energy gains, and again, that's really important, you know, because I know some people will say, hey, like, you shouldn't dodge certain attacks, but actually, you do want to tank them because of that energy gain. You're going to charge up faster, and ultimately that's going to allow you to do more damage against the raid boss. Now, of course, it's not always going to work out that well. Like, for example, that Tyranitar got hit with Thunder pretty hard and couldn't get off another Stone Edge there. And even Glaceon, it was a little bit difficult to dodge the Thunder. It kind of hits you almost immediately, so there's not too much time to dodge. But again, you know, Mamoswine is a Pokemon where it actually can tank the Thunder pretty well. And unfortunately, I couldn't get off that dodge there with Glaceon, but now we're going in with Garchomp. And Garchomp, guys, oh my gosh. I want to show you guys what happens here when it gets hit with the Thunder. See, barely any damage. Now, on the opposite side, though, with Michael's Rayquaza, it's a little bit of a different story. He pretty much has to dodge because Rayquaza is actually weak to Electric-type Pokemon, or sorry, Electric-type moves, I should say, and he actually gets a really nice dodge right there, so that was really solid. Now, unfortunately, Michael could not actually dodge the Thunder with his Rayquaza right there, but he was still able to get off both Outrages, which did actually make a pretty good difference. And of course, I'm just tanking it away with my Garchomp, just trying to charge up as much energy as possible to get off more Outrages, and we're doing a lot of work. I know when I was building my team setup, going in with Garchomp and Golem both of those Pokemon actually tanked Thunder incredibly well, and even though their win time was about 650 seconds, it didn't matter, guys, because having these Pokemon in allowed us to not have to relobby a second time, or at least allowed me to not have to relobby a second time, which again was kind of the move. We were trying to avoid having to relobby that second time because that ultimately would have not allowed us to complete this duo with the Unique 10 challenge. So now I'm going in with my Golem. Michael has his Weavile out, and again, Michael, I believe, has to dodge. Yeah, he actually doesn't dodge with his Weavile right there, and it goes down. Now he's going for the relobby. My Golem, of course, is tanking the Thunder pretty well, tanking all the hits, and getting off the Stone Edge. I also have Ancient Power on my Golem. I was trying to get Earthquake as a secondary move, but for some reason I couldn't get it, and well, I'll just have Ancient Power there for no real reason. I'm sorry, not Ancient Power, Rock Blast. I can't even see the screen right now. And that actually ended up coming in handy a little bit there, and I'll explain why. So basically, I don't have enough to actually get off another Stone Edge, so instead I'm actually going with the Rock Blast, and that's actually getting a little bit more damage in before I faint. So it kind of works out there if you do have the second move there, and I believe it's a pretty cheap unlock too. I think it's like 10,000 Stardust, 25 candy, so very, very cost effective. Now I'm going for the relobby, Michael's in, and we were able to avoid relobbying at the same time, so no HP regeneration, which would have definitely affected the outcome of this duo. So he has his Rhyperior in, that's pretty much going to stay in for the rest of the match. I don't think he's going to faint out of that by the time we KO it, and Mamoswine doing work, doing a ton of work, coming close to the end here, and I believe we're about to get it any second now. And we should have gotten it already, but about 17 seconds for the win time right there. There's a little bit of a delay, you know, before it goes down, and believe it or not, that actually can hurt you if you're getting really close to the end of the timer there, like maybe 5 seconds away. Sometimes it doesn't give it to you, and I've been in that position plenty of times, but we were able to get it done, guys. A solid duo. Wanted to make it a little bit more interesting for the Thundurus duo. It definitely was pretty good though, guys, pretty good. I was very happy that we were able to get this done because going in with the setup that we had, it wasn't supposed to be possible, but we actually made it work, and I'm really stoked about that. Now, regarding Thundurus as a Pokemon itself, I don't believe it has any real use in the meta, so, you know, if you guys are going to be going out there and trying to farm up a bunch of them, I wouldn't really recommend it. I definitely don't think it's a meta-relevant Pokemon. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, guys. I've been super busy with everything, so I haven't been able to pay too much attention to it, but the last time I checked, it wasn't meta-relevant. So to be honest, guys, I'd recommend just going out there. It's a pretty easy duo if you have the right counters. If you have the Rhyperior from Community Day, you guys should easily be able to do this. Of course, me and Michael always like to make this a little bit more interesting, so instead of going for like full-on meta counters, we go for like unique challenges, and that's always so much more fun for us because this is essentially our end game in Pokemon Go. So yeah, you know, I know a lot of you guys do enjoy these unique challenges, and that always encourages me to keep on putting them out. But with that being said though, Thundurus, yeah, I wouldn't really, you know, farm these guys. We do have Darkrai coming up. You want to save your premium passes for that guy. Oh my gosh, Darkrai, guys, best Dark type. Definitely a must-have on your Pokemon list, for sure, especially because it's non-tradable, being a mythical Pokemon. Yeah, you want to get your hands on a decent amount of them, as well as the fact that you can also get it shiny this time around. That was pretty unexpected. I mean, well, it was unexpected in the sense where we got it back so soon, right? Because we got it around Halloween. It's only been about, what, 6 months? So maybe even less than 6 months, maybe like 5 months. And then we're going to have Lugia later in the month. Yeah, just tons of stuff going on this month in March. And it's also my birthday at the end of the month, so also pretty exciting. Very, very big month. Lots of stuff to do. Anyways, though, that is going to do it for the Thundurus duo, guys. I hope you did enjoy our unique challenge. It was definitely really, really fun to do. I'm so hyped that we were actually able to get it done. I mean, a lot of planning went into it. Like I said, about 20 minutes before we actually even started the raid, we were just planning and figuring it out, running simulations on PokeBattler, and ultimately we were able to get it done on the very first try. So super stoked about it. Once again, huge shout out to Michael for being my raid partner, always being down to do these challenges, invest in these crazy Pokemon. He actually maxed out a shiny lucky Sneasel before we even started the raid challenge. Actually, no, I need to back up a bit. We battled because he didn't have any Sinnoh Stones, and on the last battle, he actually got the Sinnoh Stone, evolved it, maxed it out on the spot, and then we actually got this challenge done. So yeah, again, huge shout out to him for always being down to invest in these challenges. Anyways, though, that is pretty much going to do it for this video, my friends. If you did enjoy it and you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys do want to see more of these raid challenges in the future, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well and turn on the bell notification. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.